Oh, we stopped dancing right when it came on? Ah! Hey, hello, everybody.
Hello.
And welcome to the fourth round of the LCQ here at War Machine Weekend that we are streaming today. I'm Will Hungerford, developer of Privateer Press. And back again, Will Pagani, developer of Privateer Press. There's probably going to be one more round of the LCQ tonight, but we are only streaming 4 rounds because we do have to eat at some point and sleep. But
no sleep. Nobody needs that.
We just watched a game between Haley 3 and Morvana 2, and we figured people were so excited to see Circle, we were going to run a Circle mirror match.
Yep.
So we've got Michael Stone and Chris Green playing in the fourth round, Circle on Circle. Iona the Unseen, fresh at the show, versus Kruger 2. So let's talk about their list real fast as they are shaking hands and getting started. Chris Green is playing Devourer's Host with Iona. Got a Pureblood and a Stalker in his battle group. He's rocking Lord of Feast, White Mane, and a Wolf Rider champion. He's also got the Ravager Shaman. He's got a max Blood Pack unit, max unit of Ravagers with their UA, and he's also got a max unit of Wolf Riders and the Blood Weavers with their unit attachment, obviously, who will be ambushing. Over in Chris Stone's, Michael Stone, not Chris Stone. It's Chris Green and Michael Stone. In Michael Stone's list, it's a Bones list. Kruger 2, Megalith, Double Warden, Double World Weird, Double Sentry Stone, Shifting Stones, 2 Stone Shapers, a Wayfarer, a Misspeaker, and a Celestial Fulcrum.
Dope.
What do you think about these lists?
I like them both.
Yeah?
I like them both. I think our Tharn list is going to be pretty sad into Windstorm? Windstorm, that's what it's called. Not Stormwall anymore. Windstorm from Kruger 2, because he's got Wolf Riders that are range 7, so they're going to go to range 2, which is not the best. And then, of course, the Blood Packer range 12 down to 7.
When your range of your ranged weapon is lower than the Supreme Guardian's sword melee range,
yes,
life is bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they have dual attack, though, so they can just shoot whatever they're in melee with, so that's not too bad. Yeah. So I think that's going to be a great thing for Michael here. But he doesn't have a whole ton of attacks here, and a lot of his offensive output from range is relatively lower POW, like in your 10 to 13 range, which I don't think is going to be super great at killing these Ravagers. So I think these Ravagers are really going to get to do whatever they want.
Sure.
So in a list like this, I would probably do some weird stuff and run my Wolf Riders way around the flank, and then run my Blood Pack in front of my Ravagers and kind of be like, shoot these instead of my Ravagers, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're going to be super relevant here because of that Stormwall, or Windstorm.
Windstorm, yeah.
Yes. But I think Iona has the punch to get through the armor of the Kruger list. We've got enough damage to get through Megalith and World Wardens and stuff like that. That's great. There's not a ton of stuff that the Sentry Stones really prey on. So I think that's also great for Chris, or the Iona player here. And then I think the Fulcrum is really going to be sort of the tipping point for the ranged attacks out of the Kruger list. And I think that's really going to be doing a lot of work. Yeah. So
now, we've got the Tharn list, who use a lot of wooden javelins and wooden axes. And then we've got the Bones list, which is a lot of stone constructs.
So sticks and stones?
I believe this is a game of sticks and stones.
Great.
Now, let's talk about the scenario. They're playing Standoff. There it is. If you're familiar with Steamroller 18, I don't really need to say anymore. If you're not, well, there it is. You control the zones, the circle zones, while you're having infantry. You control the square zones with battle engines, which we have one on the table, and jacks. Of course, casters control anything, and the 2 square zones are being controlled or contested by an objective belonging to each player. So, we'll see how things go.
Yes.
So right now, it looks like Michael Stone, who's also playing the Stones, so he's our Stone player, won the role and is deploying first. He's setting up his AD line, I believe, because I don't think that Lord of the Feast is actually deployed there. But I could be wrong.
This could be the fastest game in the world if Lord of the Feast just killed Kruger.
Yeah, there's Lord of the Feast actually deploying now, so we have confirmation. Chris Green, our stick player, is the second player.
Yes, yes.
The game is underway, and here we go. rolling for the Sentry Stones to see how much Fury they are starting with.
Yep.
We are streaming live on Twitch. This will be up on YouTube later. So if you're watching this on YouTube later, we will be talking to chat as we stream live. You can always join us at twitch.tv/privateerpress and chat with us live, either on our weekly streams or when we're streaming live from a show like War Machine Weekend. Sentry Stone mannequins getting up in the grill.
Yeah, so I think normally these mannequins spray things, but I think they're going to be charging a lot more in this matchup.
Fair.
So.
I think there's a chance some of them may die bottom of 1.
I think that's a terrible use of your Lord of the Feast.
I need to see where the Wolf Rider champ is for the walk, jump, throw repo.
Sure. I mean, that's fair. The Wolf Riders might get in there.
Yeah. I'm not. No, you're not saying the Lord of the Feast in.
No. Don't do that.
I'm talking about the Wolf Riders.
That's very sad.
Wolf Riders are approximately threat table. Astrophysics asked on Twitch, could you read the lists again pretty please? So during this opening turn where they're moving, I will absolutely read the list one more time. Michael Stone is playing a Bones of Ouroboros list. He's got Kruger 2, and in his battle group, he's got Megalith, a pair of Wold Wardens, and a pair of Wold Weirds. He's got 2 units of Sentry Stones, a unit of Shifting Stones, 2 Blackclad Stone Shapers, a Blackclad Wayfarer, a Mistspeaker, and a Celestial Fulcrum. Then Chris Green, our stick player, is running Devourer's Host. He's got Iona the Unseen, and his battle group is a Pureblood and a Stalker. He's running a Lord of the Feast, a White Mane, a Wolf Rider Champion, and a Ravager Shaman. Then unit-wise, he's got a maximum unit of Blood Pack, a maximum unit of Ravagers with their command attachment, a maximum unit of Wolf Riders, and Blood Weavers with their the Horror Specs.
Yes.
And you don't see them on the table because they are going to be ambushing.
Hiya! That's the sound you make when you ambush.
Hiya?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it looks like we're just kind of bunkering up.
Yep.
Which could be really bad. Like, Lord of the Feast can just accidentally kill your caster in all of this.
Accidentally?
So, yeah. Like, he just walks up and you're like, oh, I'm going to bop you twice. Oh, my bad.
I mean, you have to declare that attack, so it's like, it'd be really hard for it to be actually accidental, right?
All right. How about the phrase casually?
Oh, yeah,
Like that better? Okay.
You would casually kill your caster.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm into that statement.
Yes, absolutely.
Good old range 3 javelins. Good old range 2 javelins. They are range 7, -5 from the storm wall. Windstorm.
Windstorm.
We will never get that right. Why did we change it from Mark II?
I don't know.
I mean, you weren't even in the company when you did
I
that, but you
wasn't.
know what? Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Yep. Oh, yes. I also really like the Fulcrum in this list. Like, that +1 to hit for Kruger is fantastic. It's great on Blackclads. It's great on Kruger. It just brings really solid guns. It helps with Fury mitigation. Like, I love that model in this list. It just does a ton of work. So, where do we think Lord of the Feast is going to try and go in this game?
So
do you
look like
think he's going to hang out?
We had this problem last game where the zones got very mismeasured, and it looked. Let me look at the top-down view again. So I don't think the zones are actually that far off. There's a certain sort of like parallax effect. Well, yeah, that one's. All right.
That looks pretty substantial.
Yeah, that one is. We had to change it mid-game. I'm worried about changing their game state, but you know what? That is way too off in Chris's favor. So I'm going to have to walk over, and I'm going to send a message to I'm going to get over to the judge real fast and say,
Sure.
hey, we need to check this bottom zone. It's super off.
Yep. So while he goes and does that, I'm going to talk about our game here just a little bit while he does this. So Lord of the Feast is hanging out right here. I think his goal is going to be to get into the back lines and mess with the support solos. So like the Stone Shapers and the Blackclad that's back there, the Wayfarer. So that's really where I think he's going to be going. I would guess our Blood Pack up here, they're going to swing wide, and they're probably going to fight this Sentry Stone for control of the zone. Because I'm going to guess that the majority of our Bones players end up moving this direction. Of course, these Tharn have Tree Walker, right? So they can see through this forest. The Bones player cannot. So I think he's going to be able to kind of bunker up back here. and hide from stuff. Whereas our Wolf Riders will once again swing wide over here. So I think those are basically how Chris is going to approach this, and I think our Kruger player here is really just going to kind of football squad up here in the middle. So
I will continue to commentate and judge.
yep.
What were you talking about in the meantime?
Oh, I was talking about how the Tharn are probably going to approach this game, and where Lord of the Feast probably wants to end up. The beautiful, beautiful measuring sticks, 4 through 14, absolutely excessive. No one needs that. No one. 4 through 10, still excessive, but more reasonable.
What if we just made it where you had to measure with your fingers? And the ranges were like pinky, thumb, index, ring, and middle?
I got a big hand, so this will work out.
Yeah.
What if I wanted to move less than my pinky?
We would be disadvantaging every baby.
Those gosh darned babies.
We got
Stalker
it.
moving into that forest.
Yep. In case it is relevant to this game, I don't know if we brought up earlier, that pool that is at the top of the zone, that is in fact...
This one?
Yeah, that is an acid pool. That is not just shallow water. I seriously doubt that is going to be relevant.
Yeah, I don't think.
But just in case. It's like a top-down view now. Look, yep. Our zones are much, much better now. Much better. Get a shot of the room real now. We see that we're in the 4th round of the LCQ. There's also champions going on. Some people have left for dinner. There's a little bit of a break. There's some scrambles going on in the distance. It's been a pretty packed day here for the first day of War Machine Weekend.
It really has. I heard that attendance is up this year, which is great.
Yeah, and the LCQ had more people in it than last year.
Yep. Brilliant. Brilliant times.
Sardonic Artery on Twitch says, my small carny hands would hose me over.
Good guy.
Hashtag
Small
my
carny
small carny hands. Okay, so looks... So it looks like none of those mannequins are going to have anything thrown their way turn 1.
Yeah, I mean...
You might have been able to plink a, you could have, if the champion was over there, you could safely plink 1 away. Not even worry about it. Wait, is
The champion
was Windstorm up?
Either way, they'd be out of range of Windstorm, right? Like going to top down?
Yep. Let's hit the top down. Boom.
Yeah, so I think this is Kruger right here. So 14 inches from him.
Okay, he's right there. Okay.
I mean, maybe you could hit that one or something. I don't know. But generally speaking, you don't want to kill the mannequins unless you're going to kill a lot of them, because then they get placed and then they get to aim and they get to get placed, line up sprays, and shoot. So generally speaking, you don't really want to kill just 1 or 2, right?
Yeah, with the storm. Ooh. Windstorm. Let's just say Windstorm a bunch so we have it right. Windstorm. Yeah, I think you're right. Windstorm's going to be a massive problem here.
I mean, I think it makes several of these units pretty sad. Not in they're completely worthless, but they don't get to do what they want to do.
Like the Lord of the Feast bird is lower range because the little bird is flapping against the wind. he's just trying real hard. I never had that mental image in my head now, and now that it's there, I am delighted.
A little bird that could, or in this case couldn't.
Little raven just trying as hard as he can, and he's just too fat.
Yep. Definitely. So I think this is a pretty standard approach, right? We're just setting up a battle line here, nothing fancy.
And here's a good shot, kind of showing the battle lines drawn, right?
Yeah, and I don't think anything is getting super aggressive here yet, and I think that's great. In the last game that I talked about, I think it was Lyle. The last game that I talked about with Lyle, right? We had a Morgul 2 feat that turned out way too early. Which was too aggressive. And I think Chris here is being the proper amount of aggressive here. He's holding his models back. He's not running as fast as he can directly at the opponent just to get shot and punched to death. So I think that's great. And
yeah. Also, cheers to Chris Green having a fully painted army minus the Iona that he just picked up at the show today.
Yep.
So, you know, clearly not enough time to get it painted.
Mm-hmm. So we did put out a Phantasm, and I'm not sure I like that Phantasm because Wold Weirds are definitely in play here, and those things can be really brutal. Now, the -5 range, definitely relevant.
Yeah. And it's on Iona, it looks like, right?
I guess.
Let's go to this closer view. Is that the Phantasm there with
Yeah,
the P
I
on
think
it?
so.
I think that's on Iona.
Yeah. Yeah. So Phantasm is indeed on Iona.
Yeah, so
We have
she's got
confirmation.
Stealth and Phantasm.
Yeah. Tee-hee.
Yeah.
Does that matter for anything? I don't think so.
Okay, Surefoot's up on the Ravagers. So Surefoot on the Ravagers.
Which I
Wait,
really don't like. Like, you can
what
plus 2
does
defense.
Phantasm do
When
here
you have
with her
stealth?
heavy stealth?
Nothing. Nothing, I don't think.
Oh, no, he's got a Misspeaker.
Sure. Yep. So the
He's got a
Misspeaker
Misspeaker to get the Isle of Sight, so that
new
is
one.
super relevant.
I mean, it's not super relevant, right? Like,
It's okay. It is
it's
more
relevant
it's,
against a single model.
it's more relevant than irrelevant.
Sure. Sure. This is my skeptical face.
I mean, Isle of Sight Kruger walks up and blasts you a bunch. Woldweird walks
She's
in.
also camping 3. Like, I don't know.
We'll see.
Like, I don't know. I think that Surefoot is going to end up hurting him more than it's helping him.
Well, turn pass back to Michael Stone, and here we go. Top of 2, or as I like to call it, the action zone.
The danger zone, perhaps?
No, it's the action zone.
Man, is he going for it?
You think he's going to go for it? I saw him measuring to
I don't know what he's going for. Like, I don't think this is a go for it type situation here.
Talhay001 on Twitch says, nice terrain on the table. Thank you. Not ours. It's provided by the folks that run War Machine Weekend, but we do love our 3D terrain. A bunch of the trees have been deforested from the forest, but hey, that building's sweet.
It is indeed. So I don't think these, like, we talked about this, right? These mannequins are not going to be doing a ton of work. Right? Yeah, we're checking the command range of the stone from behind that building. So, like, best case scenario, he kills, like, one guy here, I guess, which is fine. Like, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, maybe 2. Maybe 2.
He's got range to 2. So dice can always happen.
Yeah. But I mean, like, statistically speaking, he probably kills 1. And that even assumes that he has 3 Fury, which he probably does.
Yep, boost to hit, boosting damage. Looks like a tough roll.
Yeah.
Makes it rapid healing. Heals 1.
It's knocked down, however. So
It's
that's going
knocked
to be
down.
much better for the next
Sitting
little
on
mannequin.
3.
It looks like he's going for a fresh guy.
Okay. Yep, tried to hard roll a 9 on the not knocked down guy. Last attack going into the knockdown one. And misses. Oh, no, it was also going to the fresh one.
And once again here, I think this is like a boost to hit boost damage. You maybe kill one of these here, right?
I mean, you really have only got range to 1, right? But yes.
Well, I think that's aiming. So they can move and shoot. But
Are they even moving up that far, though? We'll see.
I think it's an overcommitment if you do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So.
All right. Yep, so we're seeing a boosted hit, I believe, on the aiming one. Misses. Another one boosting a hit.
We got a hit there.
Yep. Yep, boosting damage. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep.
One Wolf Rider down.
Misses the pure blood.
Yeah. So Mannequin's not getting a ton of work done.
I mean, they killed a Wolf Rider. That's pretty good. I do wonder if this was 9 inches for the dodge.
Also, I mean, how much did Chris practice with Iona before throwing her on the table?
It is the first event that she's at. The first tournament at the first event that she's at.
Yeah. Looks like the Celestial Fulcrum's fire shot is boosting into one of the blood pack. Nails him clean in the face.
Clean in the nugget.
That's my word.
I'm taking it back.
Ooh, 3 of them caught on fire by that.
That's pretty good.
All right, tough roll on the guy hit. Fails.
He's out.
Burns and goes to hell.
We're going back there again?
I mean, he was just set on fire by a rock.
Fair.
Boosting blast damage on, I believe that's the white mane for Nada.
Yep. Yeah, I think our white mane is right here behind this forest.
Yeah, that's the white mane. Right, yeah. You can see
You can tell by this giant axe.
Yeah, by his digging axe. Gonna dig me a hole in these woods.
Remus 1972 in chat says, I get to watch my son play, Michael Stone. Thanks for streaming. You are very welcome, Remus, and thank you for letting your son play our game.
Talhay in chat says, this feels like a Kruger 2 feet turn. How would you feel about that? Are you feeding if you're Kruger right now?
I mean, I would do a little bit more of shooting stuff and try and figure out exactly what the rest of my turn looks like before I commit Kruger's feat, but I think it could be. I think this southern zone is in danger. Like this seems at the moment like pretty easy points for Tharn. It's got this guy in it. It's got this guy in it. It might end up with this Blackclad in it. I think if you can pick up this Blackclad, like that's fantastic. It cuts out 2 inches of threat range on all of these charges. So, and of course the free charge, which is super important for Worlds, as they're mostly Fury 3. So that's great. And then maybe this Weird gets in here, but like if you come over here and you feet and it pushes them back, like I don't even know if it can push them back far enough. Like these things are super fast, right?
Speed 9.
Yeah. So that's super duper good. But I'm interested to see. I don't know.
Looks like the Misspeaker just gave Isla sight to I believe Kruger.
Kruger has a legitimate gun, so I don't think that's crazy talk.
Let's take a look here. Well, that view, it's a little hard to tell right now. Let's try and switch over to this view and see what we got going on. See if we can get a good look at who's moving up.
Looks like a megalith.
Yeah.
We got a lightning storm coming in.
Yep. Here comes the lightning storm. Boom. Misses.
Miss.
Goes backwards far enough to not matter. Michael's dice have not been very kind to him.
Sure, it looks like we'll clip 1 or 2 little guys there. And it does a pout into everybody. So
it went to the 4. Oh, no, it went to the 6
inches.
for.
Yeah. Sorry.
Got it.
4 inches to the 6.
Now here's the question. Does Chris remember to dodge? And is that 9 inches?
That is the question.
There's some blast damage. Tough roll fails.
This poor Tharn.
Just lose a blood pack. Being that it's exactly, what, like 10 from Megalith to, no, 8 from Megalith to that, that
Seems
blood
pretty
pack.
unlikely.
It's probably unlikely, yeah, that he's within the 9 inches.
I do think Michael is doing a good job of specifically targeting the Ravagers, because I think they are the most dangerous thing to him.
Sure. I mean, the blood pack he's not super worried about because he's got Windstorm.
Yep, and that's kind of why earlier I was like, I'd just run the blood pack in front and be like, you have to attack me or I'm going to get in the way and jam everything up. So, yep.
Looks like we've got, let's switch views here, see who we've got moving in next. Wold Weird, I do believe.
It does look like a weird. Yeah, so this is why I didn't want to put Surefoot on these guys.
Right, because now it's going to be a beating.
Yeah. So it's got its purgation up because of the Surefoot, so it's going to get 4 dice to hit, 3 dice for damage. It boosted to hit.
Boom. Does enough for a tough roll.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Like, I think it would have almost been better just to put Surefoot on Iona. Right? Like... So we hit our second shot.
Yep, also boosting the hit. Damage. Gets in.
Yep.
Tough roll. Dead. Another
And
guy's
these are
down.
blood pack. Like I'm fine with these dying. That's fine, I guess. But yeah.
Let's see who's going in next. Okay, here comes a Warden. Lumbering forward. Volatile Poo on Twitch says, hashtag love weirds.
Yep. They're pretty good. So we're just shooting off a lightning storm here, seeing where it goes. Yep, so it's just going to scatter on back.
You target the beast with that one?
He targeted Lord of the Feast.
Okay. Looks like the other Wold Warden's going to walk up.
Yep. Looks like the two AoEs are basically going to stack on top of each other.
Just now on my Twitter account and on yours, Sardonic Artery hit us with a picture of his hands.
Nice.
Said, keep my small carny hands out of War Machine.
Fair enough. Fair enough, Sardonic Artistry. So we got some pretty good scatters there.
Yep.
Not that POW 10s are super dangerous, it's like the ARM 15 Tharn.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good.
Okay, Wold Weird just advances. Probably not shooting at nothing. Black-clad Stone Shaper advancing. Shifting Stones just teleporting up.
I always love looking at Shifting Stone placement whenever I'm playing with or against Circle.
Well, let's look at the top-down view. Boop.
Sadly, all of these models are primed, so it's kind of hard to see, but I think that's one right there. And that one. And that one. Which is pretty good. So that's going to put all these War Beasts inside the triangle, which will let him teleport them up, which I think is great. And then, of course, they're all protected with Windstorm, right? So this seems like really solid use of Shifting Stones.
All right. Turn has gone back to Chris. I believe he's got a fire to resolve. Two fires.
Actually. Yep, the white man and the other guy.
Here we're seeing the Vengeance move from the Ravager, I do believe.
Yep. We're resolving our fire.
First fire goes out.
Both fires will go out. Very lucky.
Yep.
His objective is healing somebody for 2, it looks like.
Okay. Now here come the vengeances. Barsk Mannon on Twitch says he's never heard anybody be as excited as I am by a top-down camera. Look at it.
It's beautiful.
Look at these angles we've got. We've got God's view. Then the I'm at my local store watching a game of WARMACHINE view. And then I'm taking a nap on the table view.
That is their official names. That's how they're listed on our switcher over here.
Most of the time we're going to be in a regular watch machine view.
Mm-hmm. So Iona's upkept both spells, Surefoot and Phantasm.
Yep. We did not see the feat come out of Kruger 2, so.
We did not. Yeah, I don't think
And it wasn't the right time
committed
for it.
enough.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think he played very passively here with these Wolds, and that was fine. Hit me
think-
with that sweet, sweet top down if
Do
you
you
don't
think he's
mind.
trying to, real fast, do you think he's trying to bait those mannequins to get him to commit to that bottom zone to be able to counterattack?
Yes, and I don't think it's going to work.
Okay.
And the reason I don't think it's going to work is I think these Wolf Riders can move down this way, and I think they can shoot these two. I don't know exactly where the
Windstorm is?
Windstorm hits.
Well, let's see if we can kill your Telestrator for 1 second. Let's see
Sure.
if we can get a view of where Kruger is.
Yeah, so he's right next. Yeah, so switchback. He's
Okay.
right on the other side of the objective.
You got it?
Yeah, so he's right here. So the distance for you to be out of Windstorm means this guy's at the halfway point, and I think we're good.
Yeah.
Like 7 inches to me. This is a 12-inch zone. It's probably about right there from that guy. So, man, that was almost dead on, right? You see that line?
Noise. Noise.
Yeah, so I think these Wolf Riders are going to be able to score a point on this zone. I also kind of want to talk about this Pureblood right here. It has Assault, so I think
you know
this-
what Windstorm does nothing against?
what does nothing against sprays, which is
No,
fantastic.
that's what I'm saying. You know what it does nothing against? Spray attacks.
Yeah. So I'm going to draw a spray template right here, and I want to tell you a story.
Okay.
That right there looks like a 15-point spray template or something.
Papagani,
Yes. Sir.
tell me a story.
Here's my story.
Tell me a story of the happiest little spray template that could.
Sadly, this person's going to die before the spray gets to happen, which was the assault target. But that's fine.
The story's ruined.
Yes, because you could go to here and then spray that way. And you could get this guy, which I'm pretty sure is a shifting stone, which is super important to kill one. You can get this guy, which I'm pretty sure is another shifting stone. So you get 2 tries to break the shifting stone's triangle. And then I'm going to bet this is a stone shaper, which is super important to kill in this matchup because that's what makes these wolves legitimate melee threats. Because otherwise, they're just like POW 16 or 17, depending on which one it is. So that's kind of where I'm going.
Okay, so what?
So we've pulled out all these little guys here. Okay, so we do have Windstorm up, and as I said, it was about right there. It was where it was. So it was pretty good.
That's pretty close.
Pretty
Pretty
good.
close.
Pretty good. Yep. Okay, so we were out of range here. We're going to reposition back out.
Beep.
And because this is reposition 5, I think
It's
these
repositioned
guys,
forever.
Yeah, like these wolves, I mean, they can walk up and they can try and gallows these down if they want, but I think that's going to be great. That's going to be great for Chris if that happens. They really have to kind of commit in.
They repositioned
Like this
the
one
speed
probably
of
doesn't
my
need to.
my Gator.
But this guy's got to come in a little bit, and that's going to let this Pureblood get in there, and that's going to let some of these Ravagers and stuff get in there. So I don't think that's really what Michael wants. So I think this was pretty well played by Chris.
Well, hold on one
And
second.
Chris will score his point.
Willie.
Excuse me?
Look at that unit.
That
Yeah.
is a solo.
That's the solo?
Yes.
Okay, that's not the part of the unit.
No.
You're 100%.
Yep, that's
Okay.
the champion.
Got it.
Right there.
Good. Then you know what? You're 100% right.
Yep. So that's going to be 1 point for Chris at the end of this round, which I think that's fine for Michael. Like I don't think he's too concerned about this. Unless he scores up here as well. If he scores 2 points this turn, then he'll score 3 for his. And then, like, I don't know, something just dirtles into this zone. Like, that will be fine. So that Chris will score 3 and Michael will score none. That would be really bad. If it turns out Chris scores 2, Michael scores none, that's probably okay for Michael. I don't think that's too much of a big deal there. So here's this spray we were talking about. And yes, this was a Stone Shaper, and this was a Shifting Stone. So I'm going to bet this is a boost to hit, and this is a boost damage. And then we're going to punch this guy a little bit and probably get a little sad about it. But we don't really need our Wraithbane, so I'm okay trading this guy for a Shifting Stone and some damage on a Wold, as long as we can stay aggressive. So if this is 4 inches, I'll be impressed. But if Lord of the Feast could walk over here and, like, shoot this thing, place to here, Blood Reaper, like, that seems like a great Blood Reaper to me. So I think we can get a lot of value, I guess, is what I'm saying, this turn out of these models.
I think with the Windstorm up, he's not going to get that Raven anywhere.
Well, I'm saying he could walk and then shoot this.
Oh.
Right?
I don't know. With where Kruger is right now, that's got to be 14 inches to Kruger.
This guy might be standing in the way into where he needs to stand. So, but, yeah. So we did break the stone unit. That's super good. And then we don't know which one of these 2 stones is the unit leader, which is super relevant because it determines, like, contestation and stuff. And once you do break your stone's formation, it can be really annoying to maneuver around them because the one that's out of formation cannot place.
It can't do anything.
It can't do anything. So you have to, like, go swing back around with your little stone minivan and pick them up with your formation bubble.
I'm sorry, what?
Yep.
I'm sorry, what?
Your little stone minivan. And pick them up.
Cheers.
Yes. Yep. So I'm also wondering if this white man's going to get in there. So
Possible.
We'll see.
There's also a good chance that Iona feeds for the defensive capabilities.
+3 defense?
Yeah.
It's very true. It's very true.
Or +3 armor. Right?
3 armor?
Is it armor?
I'm pretty sure it's defense. Cool. Tony has pointed out for us that this Shifting Stone right down here is the unit leader Shifting Stone, which means it can't just pop in here and contest, but this one up here cannot do anything to help out in this zone, and I think these are the only 3 models that are contesting that zone. Let's flip us to a top-down real quick. Let's see if we can see where this Sentry Stone is.
It's strength and armor, right? It's not defense.
Strength and armor, yes.
Okay, good. I was about to say, we never left the defense.
Yeah,
that would
so
be
there's,
absurd.
There's the Sentry Stone there.
God, could you imagine with +3 defense and she gives dodge to everybody?
It was defense for a while.
It was absurd.
Sure. It was still defense. Yeah, so if we just kill these 3, Chris can score 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. And that's a pretty easy score right there.
Yep.
And I think if he does that, that puts a huge amount of pressure on Michael.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And like we were talking about in the other game, you and I commented on earlier, getting that early
That's
scenario
lone
pressure.
game, yes. Like you have to respond, and you have to respond meaningfully, right? Like you can't just put an Axiara in the zone. You need to put legitimate things in the zone. And you need to, like, if he can score 3, and then Michael scores 1 on his zone on his turn, and Chris scores 1 on his turn on his zone, like those rectangle zones, that puts him up 4-1. He only needs 2 to win, so he can kill an objective and score his own zone to win. And that's really not where Michael wants to be. So the Pureblood's contesting Michael's zone already. He's not going to score on this turn. Our Blood Pack's moving up here. They're moving way, way, way up there, which is relevant because they're only range 7 now.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to put a little bit of damage on stuff, but I don't think they're going to do anything particularly exciting here. I want to see where Lord of the Feast ends up here. That's kind of what I'm looking at.
Yeah. Agreed. He might end up all up ends.
Maybe.
Get himself a lucky bird. But I don't think he's going to have the range. Okay.
These are only 4 off. Like, each one doesn't do a ton, but like 5 of them, that's like 15 damage. That's half a Wold, right? So. So we'd like 5 damage there. .502 Bull calls out, man, lots of unpainted models. We have word that this is a new army for Michael here, so he just picked it up recently, and he's been painting like crazy if you look at the models. And honestly, the ones that he does have painted are looking quite snazzy.
And Chris Green's entire army is painted, except for the Iona he picked up literally hours ago.
Correct.
Chris usually paints all of his stuff, so I expect that Iona to be painted up pretty quickly.
I mean, knowing Chris, it might be painted by tomorrow.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
He does that stuff at shows sometimes, so.
He's a madman.
So we're checking line of sight here to see if the Stalker can charge out of this forest.
Yeah, see if he's got the 3 inches.
Yep. Our judge is going to come in and see if we can see outside of this forest or not.
Here comes the judge. Judge called to see if he got 3 inches to see out the woods. Judge has ruled that there is a line that he has 3 inches. Clock's restarting, and now we're going to have a stalker go into the mannequins, and that is Party Town, USA.
That'll probably be the end of the mannequins.
Yeah, but is he going to move Iona up first, or is he going to charge it out of control range?
That's an excellent question. He lightning struck first, smart man. Hopefully he warps for Berserk.
Yeah.
Looks like he's just going for that one. This will be the worst 5 he rolls of his entire life if he misses this mannequin. If he is indeed out of control, he might not be.
Okay.
We have scored a hit and a kill. And then we've got a lightning strike.
Okay, so just using the stalker to literally punk one mannequin here.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think he's going to put into those other 2 mannequins there?
I'm going to bet it's a Ravager.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
I mean, the question is, does he mini feed for the overtake to get both of them? I mean, it's not a very useful mini feed in this game. So.
I mean, how many other times are you going to get to overtake, though?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, that Ravager just walks up. I didn't realize that one was over there.
Yep. And then I think... Chris is playing a little spicy here.
Yeah,
right?
he is,
like,
but he's gonna score all 3.
I mean, maybe. He needs 5s to hit these, and he has a corpse to buy it too, so if he misses either one...
Boom.
That's it, right?
All right, Chris. Boom.
All right,
how about you just do it with authority instead?
Sure. And yes, the mannequins are indeed constructs, so they do not generate corpse tokens.
Here comes the white mane. White mane just running. White mane just running for his life.
What up, white mane? So I really like this play. And the reason I really like this play is like something has to deal with that white mane. And let's go to the top-down view, and I want to see if Chris has like...
The top-down view. Check it out.
Oh, yeah.
So excited.
So I don't think this is wide enough for the Fulcrum to move through.
It's not.
So the Fulcrum can like shoot him, that's fine, but it can't get all the way up in there, right? And then like Megalith could walk over here and punch him, but nobody wants that. Like nobody wants your 19-point heavy to punch a white mane to death.
Sure.
Right? Nobody's excited about that. So this little guy is kind of stuck in there.
So Lord of the Feast literally just walked in the circle zone. That was it. Iona walked it behind the wall.
Yep.
Astrophysics says, are the streams only undefeated players? Typically during tournaments, it is only undefeated players in each round, yes.
But not always.
Not always. Typically. Like 99 out of 100 times.
Oh, here we go.
What? Cast Abattoir so that the Pureblood got a free punch and just did 7 points of damage.
And it looks like it left the world at 2 hit points. That's very sad. Very, very sad. Abattoir is your entire battle group makes a melee attack.
It's broadsides for melee attacks.
Yep. Yep.
So I believe that the Wolf Rider champion hasn't activated yet, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that is correct.
And I think that's the only thing that hasn't activated yet, because I think the Ravager Shaman already walked up. He was kind of chilling in the back.
Yep.
I think he walked up and did the no knockdown.
He's hanging out right here.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to pass turns here. Chris is going to score 3 points, which, as we said, is super great, right?
Yep.
3-0. Very aggressive scenario play.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Michael definitely needs to contest.
Yeah, he
Chris's
is.
zone.
He is behind the gun.
I'm guessing that's where our little buddy Shifting Stone is going. I'm gonna bet this guy ends up like right here, if that's 8 inches. It's real close, real close. The zone is 6 inches wide, right there. I think there's about 6 inches between them, so maybe we're a little far on our Shifting Stone. But something needs to get into the zone. I don't really care what it is, but something needs to get there. Maybe it's this Bold Weird over here.
It won't be a Celestial Fulcrum, I can tell you that.
No, he's stuck. He is definitely stuck. So it sounds like Michael might be trying to engineer an assassination. He just asked the range on Phantasm.
One Happy Squid on Twitch says, I went to my first Steamroller ever 2 weeks ago and went undefeated with my Legion. I love these games you guys have worked so hard to create and maintain. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Happy Squid. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
As developers, we like it when people like the things we do.
Oh,
So
yeah, it does sound like Michael's going for it here.
Yeah, he's going to try and TK Iona. And so we're going to go to this view.
Michael has just asked what Kruger or what Iona's defense behind the wall is. It is 20.
Yep.
That is not an easy defense to hit.
No.
Kruger's a 7. He will need a 13, which is not a winning strategy, trying to roll 13s.
Sometimes if you believe in yourself, anything's possible.
I mean, it's definitely possible. It is not your first strategy. Unless like, maybe both Wolds can try it, but, like, they got to get within 5, right? Like, she's got stealth. So it is possible.
Well, no, he's got a misspeaker, right? So he can either sight one of them.
You can either sight one of them, and then the other one needs to get within 5, which it might be able to do. I think this is a really aggressive play.
I'm all about this.
One Happy Squid does point out only needs a 12 if he's in the command of the Fulcrum.
Agreed.
Some people in chat are saying feed her away from the wall. I'm pretty sure that will push her out of range.
Yep. Oh, and by the way, she has dodge, so never miss her once.
Yep. It'll be real sad if you miss her. Yeah, I'm not really sure there's a legitimate assassination here.
I'm going to drop back to this view here. And then, because this is my favorite view, I'm going to drop to this view. Look at it.
I mean, Iona does not have a lot of armor, so you could go for some, like, weird
She's camping too.
lightning storm shenanigans or something. I don't know.
She's got Phantasm. She has stealth. She has dodge. So some people in chat saying that Michael should just play attrition and not go for the assassination.
I think that's probably true. Like, I agree with that. I don't think I would be going for this assassination right now.
Yeah, but I know what is more exciting.
I mean, sure. I mean, if you can get the Megalith Animus there, right?
If you can
that's
undergrowth,
-2.
welcome.
It's -2, so that's only an 18. Now it's a 10, but it takes a Megalith. If you can TK over the wall, what's your follow-up, I guess? Like, how do you actually kill her?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, is where the kill is. I mean, is he going to try and do it with one of the Wold Wardens TKing? Followed by Kruger charging?
Like, I really don't see it. Really don't see it. Yep, we're checking command range here. We're going to have a little twig guy punch up that Tharn. Oh, well, we got an objective healing. 4-1. Now he's got 2 hit points. I guess it's 3 for Megalith healing, Rim, right?
Well, Michael, I'm excited to see what you do.
Chat has engineered quite the Rube Goldberg machine on how to assassinate Kruger. Or Iona, I'm sorry.
Definitely don't assassinate Kruger on your own turn. That is called really borking it up.
That is true. Yes, and their plan is have the Blackclad phase jump. So Blackclad's right here.
Yeah.
If he's within 2 inches of a stone. Oh, go for it. So Blackclad's about right there. Walks up, phase jumps a foot to stand like right here. TK her over the wall. Walk up Kruger to give him immunity to electricity, and then shoot him with a bunch of lightning storms. Not a very good plan.
Wait,
but it is a plan.
Where does the first TK happen?
So you TK her over.
With what?
Probably Megalith tramples.
Okay, that was missing from the original part.
Sure.
That was missing from the original plan.
So she ends up there. Blackclad ends up like here.
Okay.
Definitely engaged. So this is getting worse every moment.
Uh-huh.
And then Kruger walks up, putting him in his command range, which makes him immune to electricity.
Uh-huh.
And you lightning storm him twice with Kruger, 1 boost to hit, and then twice with these 2 wolves right here. I don't like this plan, just for the record.
Okay.
I don't like this plan because it puts 3 power 10s, maybe 4 if you're super lucky. You can boost the damage on all of them. No, you can only boost the damage on 3 of them out of the 4, and that's with no boosted to hits, which is hitting a Blackclad in melee, which is an 18 defense, so that's not easy. On Iona, and she has 2 transfers, so
Sure.
that doesn't seem like a very solid plan to me.
It seems very far-fetched. It seems very difficult to pull off. If it did work, it seems magnificent. So like Bill Murray said in Ghostbusters, I love this plan. This is my new favorite plan.
Good. Yes.
As chat is pointing out, if you can go to the top rope, you always go to the top rope.
Yes.
Unless you're trying to win. Okay, looks like the Pure Blood is getting TK'd.
Yep. And it did. So we will now score his own zone. So he's at least getting 1 point there.
All right. Step 1 complete. Now he's measuring to see if he feats, if that ends up pushing some of these models out of the zones. Makes me feel like the assassination plan that we were just discussing is not on the menu.
Correct. And I think this is a great play. An absolutely great play. Pop me into our top down here.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite things to do with Kruger, right? Like, Kruger's right here. If he walks up to here and feats, it'll push Iona this way, and it'll push the Stalker that way. And you only get 12 inches. And I think that's amazing, because there's no way. Like, they're talking about it right now, but I don't think they've taken into account that it's going to move Iona as well. And there's absolutely no way. Like, there's no way that this guy's still in control because he's barely in right now.
Yeah. Let's. Oh, nope. That camera is covered by people right now.
We don't like that camera. I'm sorry, 14 for Iona, not 12.
Chat saying, what did the pureblood warp for? Well, not
I would
spell
assume.
warp.
I would assume it was strength.
Yeah.
So it looks like the judge determined that the answer is yes. I'll be impressed if you can push the stalker without pushing Iona.
All right. They need to restart
But
their
that's all
clock. Boop. Got it.
Michael has spent about 5 minutes working on this assassination, so
He is in the tank.
absolutely.
Super hard.
There's a lot of tanking with Kruger. He's a very complex and complicated caster. And I think pushing that stalker out of control, super valuable.
The table judge basically said part of the plan is to get the stalker out of range of Kruger so that he can't transfer. He'll have no one to transfer to if the stalker's out of control range.
But he's going to push Iona.
What?
But he's going to push Iona.
Listen, I love this plan.
Like,
I
it's
don't know
not-
how it works, but I love it. This harkens to the days of a Tom Juan tank for 35 minutes, come out of it, pull the assassination off. I'm super into it.
I just don't want this to be like strategize out the perfect tank and then push Iona out of range of it, right?
I mean, it's going to happen.
So like you got to go first with whoever this person is, TK him over the wall so that when you feed it doesn't push him away, but then you moved him closer to the stalker, so we might have his transfers again. Like,
listen,
the absolute Rube Goldberg machine of an assassination.
I'm so ready, dude. I'm so ready for this to work.
I expect this from Ron players. I don't expect this from Kruger players.
Nah, man.
You don't get quite as many shenanigans.
That
out of
152
this
IQ play. I'm so about it. Oh my God! Please let this work. I like Chris. Chris, I'm not even rooting against you. Just this is awesome.
Yeah, we're not rooting against Chris. We're rooting for Michael here.
Yeah, I'm not rooting against you.
I'm not even
Chris.
sure I'm rooting for Michael
I
here.
totally am. This is the stuff I love about War Machine. It's like, all right, we could peace trade and do some attrition, sure. But what about this just bat poop insane plan? Oh, it worked. Neat.
All right, Kruger just got Isla's sight.
Megalith.
Megalith is trampling to
at
there.
undergrowth.
That's no, it's got to be. No, he can't trample on undergrowth. He's got to boost the TK, right?
Nope, he's undergrowth's up.
Okay. I'm so excited right now.
I'm so ready for this to work.
I don't know what's happening, but I love it.
I don't either, and I don't care. Yeah, Megalith trampled, then he undergrowthed.
And Kruger's got out of sight, so he no longer has to get within 5.
Dope stuff. Dope stuff.
We'll definitely be in the fulcrum range.
Dope stuff.
What's gonna kill her?
Dope stuff. Dope stuff. Look, it doesn't matter if nothing kills her. It's just that he got her to a position where something might have been able to.
Sure. And now he's figured out that he may not be able to see through the forest.
Oh, that's
This is
okay.
a disaster.
No, it's fine, man.
But this could be like a charge the pureblood situation.
You can't charge your own models.
That's his model. It's Chris's
Oh,
pureblood.
it is Chris's model. That's right.
Is this Woldweirds coming in? They don't have. They don't have Isla's sight. They don't.
Just let this happen. Watch the magic.
2 proxy bases. 2 proxy bases max.
They are fixing the amount of proxy bases on the board as there is a 2 table marker limit introduced in Steamroller 2018.
17?
17? 18?
Who knows? I think it was 17. But whatever.
Boom! They exist for a reason.
Yes. Yes, they do.
All right. Okay, what's happening? I've lost track of where Stone is right now in terms of where he's at. I want Iona.
Firmly lodged himself into the tank is where Stone is.
I want Iona somewhere in the middle of Michael Stone's army, but there to not be any attacks left.
I have a question. How did these get here? Like, this guy could move, right? But this one was definitely out of formation. Too late now. It's a good thing Kruger flies,
Yeah.
so he could just walk over it. So we believe, yes, so the Fulcrum is activating and killed that white main. Remember I said that white main play I really liked because it's just gumming up the works.
Yeah.
And now a 16-point Fulcrum just
He's
killed
just
the white
stuck
main.
there.
Like, I think it's 16, 19? 19 points.
Michael Stone, this is a brilliant, insane play. I am so excited to see what happens.
Sure. I just wondered if the forest stopped all of this from happening.
Yeah, Muzza HS on Twitch says the Stones ported back. Yeah, but they were out of formation.
Yes, so that second one couldn't move.
Unfortunately, it is way too late to fix that.
Yep.
Barsk Manon says he doesn't think the Fulcrum is super relevant to what's happening here. I agree.
So we're coming in for the Wold Weirds here.
Okay.
And let's see if this Phantasm gets Chris killed. Like, this would be pretty amazing.
Oh.
That looked like it was short, like it wasn't in the stealth range. Oh, that is way more than 5 inches. This right here,
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get you the down and dirty view.
this, and whatever this model is the proxy base for Iona at the moment.
Yeah.
Definitely more than 5 inches, and this is where this Wold Weird's going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is way more than 5. Way more. Yeah, that widget's 3. This is not 2 inches. So I think Kruger, put me back on our top down here.
You want the top-down view?
The top down, please.
Okay.
I think Kruger needs to charge this Pure Blood and stop about right there.
Uh-huh.
And then kind of have line of sight out this way, which means somebody might need to kill this guy.
If you're Chris Green,
Yes.
what are you thinking right now?
I've been in this situation many, many, many times.
Yeah.
And the entire thing that you're thinking right now is, this is totally going to work. This is going to work. I'm going to die. I'm going to lose this game right now. This is going to work. And then at the end, it either does or it doesn't. And there's nothing you can do about it at this point. Like, you don't have decisions to make anymore. You're done. You've given up. That's fine. There's also a crowd forming at the table over there. There's like 3 or 4 people now watching.
Well, yeah. This game's amazing. Michael Stone is doing awesome things.
I mean, oh God, chat's now talking about a possible TK plus Gallows to get her even closer. But if you miss that Gallows, she just dodges.
Oh.
And then it's like, we just lose the game.
Never let it
immediately.
happen.
Like, no, this is bad plays.
Okay.
Don't go for the Gallows.
Kruger has feeded. We see the models getting pushed by feet.
Yes. Okay, so she must not have been in the feet, which is good. Because
Right.
if we get to her and we push her,
So
same.
he's pushed the Stalker out of her control range so she can't transfer to it.
Correct. Yep. And another huge complication point for a lot of these things is what happens if one of these pushes blocks line of sight, right? Like something that you just didn't think about.
Sure, yeah. And will you do in a weird order where you could prevent it? It's
Yeah.
178 IQ plays, man. Like this is next level. Dude, watch this work. I'm telling you.
Nope, there it was. That was it right there.
Michael has a plan.
No, that was the problem. Go back to my top down.
Your time.
This guy might be blocking the place.
No.
It might be.
He's got room for days.
Well, sure, but if he goes this way, he might not have room to get her over the wall.
He has room for days. You have to believe.
Look, I'm just saying
You have to believe, Pagani.
You have such a tiny amount of wiggle room.
Stop not believing.
To get a 30 mil base over.
I am tired of your logic.
Over a 0.75 inch wall.
This is garbage.
Like
believe.
You get like
believe.
What is that? 0.15 inches or something?
If you say
of
math
angle?
at me one more time. You have to believe. See, Michael Chili Winters is just yelling.
Where
You
did
have to
he
believe.
even come from? He was laying on the floor. Because, of course, he was laying on the floor. He was believing down there on the floor.
Oh, my God. Chris Green has asked for a pause and for the judge to check the TK with the new movements to see if the pushes made it to not work. All right.
Our professional judges have said that that is a legal place.
You have to believe.
Yep. And that's what you do. You look for things like this, like points of failure in their strategy, and then once they've committed to something, you check again, right? This is what you can do.
Oh boy. I believe so hard right now. Now this all still relies on the TA landing.
Yeah, I think it only needs a 10 though, which is still not great. Like it's what, like 45% to miss?
Hold on one second. Tony Konachek, our video producer, been doing this for a long time, started showing up on some of the live streams recently playing games with us.
Absolutely.
He's not mic'd up right now, but I just want confirmation, Tony. Do you believe? Tony believes.
He's nodding. He believes.
He believes.
He believes. We're 16 minutes deep on this assassination. And let's see what happens.
If Michael rolls 3 dice, they're triple ones, he just shakes hands and walks away.
That would be very sad for Michael.
It would be, but I would have my little heart broken. Oh.
Okay, we have committed Kruger. I believe that was a TK myself walk.
Yes.
And now it's a TK Iona boost. That's an 11. That'll hit, I think.
Oh, my God, it's so good.
Oh
my God, it's so good.
Don't miss her. Whatever you're doing.
It's so good.
If anybody misses, she just walks back over the wall.
I literally have my hands over my lips right now like I'm getting...
Oh, that's a miss.
No, it hit. It hit.
61? Oh, Fulcrum. Yes.
Yeah, Fulcrum, and he turned it around.
Yep. And then he's got sustained.
He's got sustained. Dice off 1?
Somebody should check the control range now to see if she's in, because you moved her forward.
They should. I mean...
That's up to them to check. We can't tell them.
We can't say anything.
We can't. Oh, Chris is going to check it.
Chris is going to check it now.
Good
That she's
job,
been
Chris.
TK'd.
Check it. What? We're checking control range.
Oh my God! He TK'd. Oh my God! Is he in? Is he in? Tell us, professional judge.
That looks like it's into me.
So they're going to move a couple other models, make sure they have just a really clear view, because this basically matters if the game's over or not.
Yep.
Yeah. The judge is being to check and see what's going on. Everybody hold your breath. Just hold your breath. Hold your breath, everybody. Hold your breath. The judge is checking to see if it's in range. It's so close. Pagani. Let's just talk about something else, man.
I'm so nervous.
Somebody asked in chat, are we just holding on to each other?
Yes.
Tony, can you just cut to commentary real fast? Like, I just need to know what happens. This is absurd.
It's so close.
Oh, my God. This is
so
match.
Close.
Oh, my God. I don't even know what to talk about right now. Let's talk about something
There's
else.
nothing to talk about. Hi, how's your War Machine weekend been?
Man, my
What
War
have you
Machine
been having
weekend,
for
this is
lunch?
so exciting.
What have you had for lunch? What did you eat?
I went and had a salad.
That's boring. I went to Lion's Choice. It was fantastic.
What's Lion's Choice?
It's like a Arby's that's good.
What are you doing for dinner?
I don't know.
Do you want to do Fuzzy's Tacos, or you think something
Yeah, we
different?
could probably get some. They might
Yeah,
be closed.
I'm really hungry right now.
Sure.
Okay, the judge made their call. Saying that she is still out.
Okay.
She can't transfer. Sustained attack she does takes 5 more damage. She's still alive.
She is. She is definitely not dead yet. She's a 16. These weirds need 10s. One of them misses. She just walks right out of here.
My heart's a flutter.
Like, how many 10s do you think you can hit? Boosted. Oh, it's 4 dice.
My heart's a
closest game of all
flutter.
time.
Yeah, this is absurd. Michael Stone, you will be on every live stream from now on with plays like this.
Every live stream.
This is War Machine. Actually, this is Hordes. But that's beside the point. This is an exciting game. Which model is that? I'm trying to see. Let's go
This
back
is
to this
the,
normal view. Oh, it's a World Weird.
Yep, which got TK'd and then advanced.
Okay. Hits her. Oh, yeah.
People in chat are talking about needing 8s in the back, so Iona has preternatural reflexes, which I believe does not mean she can get backstrike bonus.
And that's it. They shake
There we
hands. Michael Stone's insane assassination plan works out.
The Rube Goldberg of Rube Goldberg.
You have to believe at all
yes.
times. You must always believe that.
That is Hordes.
That.
and War
so-
Machine.
Look at him. Look at
at
him.
the
He's just falling down, exhausted with happiness. That is amazing.
Yeah.
So, while a lot of people will say that what you should do is play to attrition and play to like peace trade and stuff like that, sometimes you put together absolutely insane plays and you pull off an
Oh, yes.
assassination that no one believed you could do, and you actually make it work.
I mean, you believed.
I mean,
You always believed.
How do you feel about that? You
I
didn't
think it's
believe.
great. I didn't believe.
I believed.
I didn't.
Did you believe
I
at
think
home?
it was really close, right?
For all of
Like,
you
super
watching
duper
on
close.
YouTube later on, did you believe? Gotta believe.
You gotta believe.
Wow, that was a great game to end the stream
was.
on for the day.
It was.
So we're not streaming anymore, everyone. This is the last stream. There will probably be another round. We will
Any more
catch everyone up
today.
tomorrow of what's going on. We will start streaming again tomorrow morning. We're doing the rest of the LCQ, and then, of course, we'll be going right into the Invitational.
Absolutely.
So please join us, twitch.tv/privateerpress. We'll see you tomorrow, and everyone have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.